I started teaching people how to make money 8 years ago. So much has happened in this industry since then. There's just so many lies and scams out there today, it's really sad. All these one-click button softwares and one-click riches, it just doesn't exist. I've trained over 76,000 students in 8 years, but just one recently completely changed me. I'd actually forgotten what it was like when I first started, when I first wanted to make my first dollar online 8 years ago. But now fast forward and I've made over $16.2 million in commissions. So in this video, I'm about to show you the few things you need to get yourself started right away. I'm going to show you what I call the golden goose. I'm also going to share with you some things that really have me irritated or upset about the industry that I've seen a trend over the last few months. But basically we're going to cut through all of that and I'm going to get down to the basics to give you what you need to get started right away. Alright, so I'm going to walk over to my computer and I got a great presentation. Alright, so I can't just sit and watch anymore. All these promotions and these things about the one-click rich softwares, these empty promises and fake income proofs. What makes it worse is actors claiming to be what I call the 3-second millionaires. You know, I used to ignore all of this. It upset me and I saw it happening, but I ignored it. I actually never thought about the impact it was having on everybody. I figured as long as I do well by others and don't participate, I'll just leave the others alone. Well, then I met this guy, Alex, and I'll talk about him in a minute, but I saw the damage it did and you know what? I got mad. I literally got mad. So now I'm speaking out and I'm going to clear the air. First of all, I'm not an actor. Google me. Seriously, Onyx and Golf. I've been behind every one of my products for the last 8 years that I've ever put out. Over 8 years, you'll find a huge track record of me online. I always use my own proud face and credibility behind everything. So if you're ready to learn the truth and really get started, buckle down and take notes starting now. So who am I for a second? Well, I was a 2008 finalist for America's Best Young Entrepreneur. You know, just 8 years ago, I remember seeing this competition, and a few years later, I was very proud to say that I actually was in the top 3 entrepreneurs under 25. In 2009 and 2010, I was honored by Inc. 500 for having had one of the fastest growing education companies in the country. Number 2 fastest growing education company in 2009. We saw over 1,000% growth in just 3 years. Remember, I started with absolutely nothing, sitting exactly where you are right now. Since starting, I've sold over $16.2 million worth of affiliate products on the internet. That means in commissions. Now, I've sold my own products too, but today I'm talking about commissions where you can start literally with no product. I've done over 16 million of that in just the last 8 years. And I've done it through what I call the golden goose. So I'm going to show you a concept that's helped me do all of this. No, it's not one-click riches. I've decided to break it all down. So here's what it is. It's automation. Yes, that means you can actually have your computer do the work for you. It's what I call an all-in-one launch pad. It's basically allowing you to launch your entire commission-generating business from one spot. It's very simple to do, and it's incredibly newbie-friendly. Now, I want you to forget the hype because that's not what I'm doing. I want you to open your ears and get ready to simply fill in the blanks. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, I'm going to be introducing you to something I call the Cash Launchpad. It's the secret I've used to making over $16.2 million in commissions in just 8 years. That's right, I said $16.2 million. Here's the best part. It's time-tested and fully protected. The longer my sites have been online, the more I make. So it's not a one-night hit wonder that goes away the next day because Google slaps it. And even my brand new sites start making money right away. So you can start quick and it lasts forever. Now let me show you some crazy stats from my older sites. Here is one site where I've done over $2.2 million. $78,000 that came into my PayPal account from another. Here's a snapshot of one of my ClickBank accounts where you'll see consistent days where I do over $1,000, $2,000, and even days where I've done over $4,000 in one day. Here's another account that shows over $276,000 accumulated into one account. Now, why am I bragging? Doesn't it sound like I'm bragging? Well, you know, these other guys, and I put quotes around it because most of them are liars, they show you these crazy stats. And even though most are lies, I understand that credibility is important. So I want you to see what I've done. I want you to know and believe that I know what I'm doing. I know how to make money online, and I certainly know how to show you how to make money online. Now here's the deal. I showed you income proofs from a variety of places. This strategy works for Amazon, Google AdSense, ClickBank, Commission Junction, Hydra Network, and all kinds of other CPA networks. The easiest one I found though, especially when you're just beginning, is ClickBank. So let's focus a little bit on ClickBank. Here's one account recently this year where I want you to notice that it's affiliate income, not income by selling a product, which is what you usually see, what usually people show you. This was over $563,000 made selling other people's products, getting commissions. And here's a couple of new accounts. These are not old at all and already over $600 a day in average. See, that's my cash launchpad. And what I've done for you is created a system where you will be able to simply fill in the blanks. And I'll show you in just a second. The best part is I made this just for you. There's no technical knowledge needed. There's no experience needed, and you literally get just a short form that I want you to fill out. Anything you have to do is shown to you in great detail. Now, let's take a second, and I want to introduce you to a guy who quickly became the biggest pain in my butt I've had in the last 8 years. His name is Alex, and I'll explain why. You see, I met Alex just a few weeks ago, and he quickly became a big thorn in my side. He's 38 years old, he's $80,000 in debt, and has 3 kids, and he was really struggling. Now, initially when he came to me, I thought, okay, I've heard these stories before. He hates his job. He's been trying to make money online for over a year, but now is when he got my attention. He told me he spent over $12,000 in the last year alone buying internet marketing education. Are you serious? I mean, I felt horrible. I felt very bad, and I decided to help him. But then I asked him where he spent it, and I realized the poor guy had been spending it with all the very things that I saw happening in the industry, but I ignored. Now, as much as I was concerned and worried about him, he started to drive me absolutely insane. But in a good way, because he really made me think. See, he questioned everything. He challenged everything. And he thought everything is a scam. I can understand why. The guy had spent $12,000 and hadn't made a penny online yet. See, he just wanted one simple thing. Wanted someone to teach him simply and fast. So he actually challenged me. And you know what? If you know me at all, I'm not one to back down on challenges. He asked me one thing that led to this form I want you to fill in. Alice asked me, how come your sites keep succeeding and ours, he's referring to the students, always fail? We do the same thing you teach, we copy and paste, but we keep failing. So I sat and thought about it, and I noticed that I had a slight touch when I make my sites. See, most of my time is spent in the beginning, researching, thinking, and deciding whether even to do a niche at all. I spend most of my time finding good keywords, and the remainder of the time I spend building the site properly. So I realized I have this touch, but you know what? This touch is not good enough. If I want to help others, I've got to find a way to systemize this touch and create a formula out of it. In comes the form I want you to fill in, and in comes the launch pad that I'm about to introduce you to. So this launch pad is going to require you to basically fill in a few fields. Then the software is going to run through a ton of calculations behind the scenes. You won't even know what it's doing. Then you hit activate and bam, your site goes live. All right, here's the exact steps you'll be following. 1, you open the software. 2, you fill in a few blanks. 3, you hit go. 4, it predicts the future, literally. 5, you hit activate. 6, your entire site goes live. 7, believe it or not, you never have to worry about traffic because your sites are already traffic ready. What do I mean by that? I'll get to that in just a bit. But by the way, I want to point out one thing. This is not some kind of WordPress plugin. It's nothing techy. It's nothing you have to install. It's not a WordPress plugin. I have to stress that. And it's nothing you install. If you're afraid of technology and computers, join the club. So am I. I've made sure it's nothing complicated at all. Now check this out. These are just a few of my accounts. You'll start to see a variety of accounts that are making tons of money. Some accounts making 10,000, 27,000. There's another account where I've made 67,000. There's another account where I've made 324,000. Yet another one this year alone where I made 127,000. And it doesn't stop. Another one where I made 15,000, 60,000, 88,000, 59,000, 285,000, 147,000. I'm only reading the 2011 stats, guys. And I know right now you're starting to think, God, this is insane. This is crazy. Well, it is. This stuff works. I have multiple accounts and I'm showing you actual proof. Now, not only do we make great income, but check out these stats where I've been able to build a list. This is one account where I have over 240,000 people on an email list. Another account where I have over 300,000 people in an email list. Another account where I have 215,000 on an email list. Now, I use the exact same launchpad to generate this ridiculous email lists that I'm about to show you right now. So let's talk a little bit about the word success, because that's where most people are having problems. You know, when I first started, 90% of what I did, if not more, failed. Now, over 90% easily succeeds. So I want you to stop wasting time, energy, money, and what I want you to do is use my Launchpad, something that works across the entire internet. It works on Google AdSense. It works on Commission Junction. It works on CPA networks. It works with Amazon's affiliate program. You name it, and it works. The Cash Launchpad works every single time. So you see, this software literally is prepared to predict the future, because I told you I have put a formula behind the touch that I was talking about. All the research gets done on the fly. The site is automatically built and the Launchpad is ready to go. A to Z, you're off to the race. The actual site, 100% ready for traffic and completely automated. But now, let's talk about what it's not. It's not pay-per-click. It's not pay-per-view. There's no article writing involved. You don't need a big list. Actually, you're going to develop a big list, but you certainly don't need one. I don't need you out there begging affiliates or buying solo ads. As a matter of fact, I don't want you to spend a dime on traffic. So now let's talk about what it is. Basically, you have an idea. You put it into the software. It goes ahead and builds affiliate programs right in. The software analyzes everything, all on the fly, automatically. You see the results. You like what you see. You hit activate and done. Your site is live and traffic ready and fully $1,000. And you never need to worry about things like HTML, pay-per-click, buying traffic, keywords and research and content writing, because these are all areas where you can make mistakes and create failures. Everything I just talked about, HTML, keywords, content writing, I want you to avoid all of them and want you to let the Launchpad take care of all the detail, predicting the future, finding even your domain name, finding your best affiliate programs, building your actual site, and then launching your entire optimized traffic ready site. I keep saying traffic ready because I want you to understand you don't ever have to stress or think about traffic. You basically use the Cash Launchpad once. You fill in the blanks, you launch your first site. Now, you know what? Let's do some math. You down to do some math? We're going to make some really simple assumptions here. Let's say you launch one site and all the Launchpad is going to do for you is get 50 visitors a day. That's it. That's 1,500 visitors a month. Easy. Now assume you make just 50 cents a visitor. That's it, guys. That's very low. Right there, that's already $750 a month, all automated. Now I want you to go back and think about some of the income proofs I showed you. I told you, right? You can start right away. All you need is 50 visitors a day. And this Launchpad is going to make sure it's done for you, all automated. And now, here's the cool part. Imagine if you could build an unlimited number of sites. I'm going to give you a fully unlimited license to this Launchpad, to the little form you need to fill in. You could do 10,000 sites and we'll never ask for a penny more. Sites, remember, your license is unlimited. There's no cap on the sites you can build or the number of sites you can build. You see the vision now? This is the first tool ever to prove that if you build it, they will come. Let me repeat that. If you build it, they will come. You never have to worry about picking a bad niche. You never have to worry about picking bad affiliate programs. You certainly don't have to worry about picking a bad domain name or whatever the heck keywords are. You don't have to worry about any of this stuff because the software, the tool, this form, the Launchpad basically analyzes and predicts the future and makes sure you never make those mistakes. So what's this going to cost? Development costs. Invest a small, measly $47. That's it. I will give you a completely unlimited license to this tool, this launch pad that will predict the future for you and help you get started. From there, I know you will be my customer for life, so I'm not worried about it. And the future literally will be yours. It'll be ours. I can show you tons more to do past that. Now, here's the deal. I'm going to make this even easier for you. I'm going to take all of the risk off of your hands and put it all in mine by giving you a complete 60-day, 100% money-back guarantee. That means you have up to 60 days to try this off, use it, make it work, and if for even a small reason you're not fully convinced that this is everything I promised you that it would be, you get your money back. No questions asked. I'll actually force you to take your money back, and you have an entire 60 days to try it. So here's the deal. Click the order now button below and get started right away.